There are companion videos that will go with today's lesson on YouTube. Whatever I'm putting on the screen here for the YouTube video, if I reference something that's on the calculator video will be on YouTube as well. It'll be close to it in the uploads on my YouTube channel. You're going to start programming the TI-83 Plus calculator, and before you can do that, you must know how to learn how to use the output screen so that when you write programs you can effectively put instructions on your programs so that it doesn't look sloppy. For example, if you wanted to write a program where the user had to guess a number from 1 to 5, you don't want them to type in a number and then a blank screen comes up and then it says wrong and then it doesn't give any instructions, there's no text on it, there's nothing like that. The most important part for the first step of every program you're going to write for that calculator to solve math problems is to be able to have a welcome screen on your calculator. It not only makes it look neat, it will let me know whose program it is whenever you send it to me through the wire or when I look at it if you turn your calculator in. The welcome screen is the most important thing. It tells the user what your program is about, it can tell the user who wrote it, and it gives them the next instruction to start the program. Your screen is broken up like this. It has 8 rows and then it has 16 columns. And the way you access this is through the output function. And it's simply this: output and then a left-hand parenthesis. And what you'll do is use the row first and then the column next. So you would go row, column, and then what information you want to output. In order to program this stuff, you must hit the program button and you'll see this on the screen. When you're going to write a program, you're going to start out by hitting new there on the right, and it will say create new. And then you have to name your program. When you name the program, you're going to give it a simple name, and I have so many programs that I have to put it near the top of my list. So I start with a couple of A's. I'm going to put 2 A's and then I'm going to type test, T-E-S-T, and hit enter. Once you do that, it will give you the option to start writing your program. The first command for any program should be the following: hit program and then input output and choose number 8, which is clear home. That is your first command. Every program should clear home to start with, otherwise you go over top of every single thing that's already on the screen. Pause. Now if you're going to output something, that's all it's going to be your first program today, is to output something. And we want to output the words first program, but we want them to be on different lines. So I have papers for you to pick up that can help you to line out your output. They're simply small sheets of paper here. You can come up here and pick them up off of the desk. So our first program is we want to write something that says first program. And we want it to be centered in the screen. We don't want it to look sloppy by being up in the upper left-hand corner or the bottom right-hand. We want it directly in the center. And the words will be first and then program. We want them on 2 different lines, like first over top of program. You have 8 lines on your screen, so you cannot find the exact middle. Well, yes, you could in this case, because you have 4 and then 5. Lines 4 and 5 would be the exact middle in terms of 2 lines, 2 rows in the middle. So you have the word first. How many letters are in the word first? 5 letters, and we want to center this. You have 16 different cells on row number 4. So 16 minus 5 is what? 11. That means you'll have 11 spaces that are not used on either side of the word. So either your first hand side is going to have 6 spaces, or you're going to have 6 spaces on the right. You have 6 on the left and 5 on the right, or 5 on the left and 6 on the right. So let's count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make it 5 spaces on the left, and then we'll do first, and that's where the word is going to show up in the program. Now what you have to do next is for the word program, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different letters. 7 from 16 is what? 9, and half of 9 is what? 4 and a half. We can't do 4 and a half, so you have to have 5 on the left and 4 on the right, blank spaces, or vice versa. So on the first one, we made the short one on the left. So let's do the same thing for this one. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll write the word program. And there you have it. That's the output that we're going to need to have. But you must be able to type in the code for this. And here is what you would have to do. To type in the code for the word's first program, as the output is on the screen, you must go to the output function. So hit program, and then input output, and choose number 6, which is output. Now you have to choose the first cell that you're going to be starting at. On line 4, row number 4, the first cell is 6. The first letter of the first word is down 4 and then over 6. So you must put 4, 6 in there, and then put another comma. You must actually spell the word out now. So you're going to need quotation marks. That would be second plus sign. We'll take that back. That wasn't second plus sign. The quotation marks would be alpha plus sign. There we go. Alpha plus sign, and then hit second alpha to lock in the alpha key, and type the word first on the calculator. And you're going to need quotation marks around that again, and then hit enter. That's your first line, or technically the second line of code for the program. Output 4, 6, and then first for the word that comes out. Next, you're going to do the same thing for the word program. The first letter of the word program is at 5, 5. It is at 5, 5. So you would go to program, input, output, and then choose number 6. And type 5, 5, and then another comma. You need quotation marks, and then type the word program. And quotation marks around that. And that'll be it. That's the very first program you're going to write. And now we have to go back and run it. So that our user will know to press a key to go forward, what we want to do is put the words press enter in our program. And we want to put it here on line 7. So we'll put the words press enter in there, and we're going to have to go to a different slide to do that. You can dress up your screens by doing this. You can put borders all the way around. Of course, the time symbol is actually an asterisk, like that. You can put a border all the way around, like this. You can put the program name in here, and then you can put by, and maybe your first initial, a period, and then last name. You can put the date on it, which would be good for if it's a homework assignment. So that's how you make an output thing on there. You use the paper that I gave you, which is just like what's on the screen. Make your output, and then go back and tell it what to do when you put it in there. Next, you're going to make a border that goes all the way around this. You're going to put stars all the way in here, just like this, all the way across the bottom, and then you can go down like this as well. I think for today we'll just do the top and the bottom, because if you go down left and right it gets kind of involved time-wise. So here we go. Put a border at the bottom that is nothing but the multiplication symbol all the way across. And to do that, you have to start at 8-1, row 8, column 1, for your output. What we want to do now is put the words press enter centered on row number 7. Now, how many characters does press enter have in it? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the space. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have to include the space in there. So 11 from 16 leaves us with how many? 5. So we're going to have 2 on the left, 3 on the right, or 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Let's do 2 on the left. So skip these 2 here, and then type or write in press, and then enter. That means the P, the first letter, starts at row 7, column 3. Row 7, column 3.